Hi guys. Today I wanted to come and talk to you about fear. Um, I want to talk to you guys about some of the things that I put in the video about Aurora, Colorado, which is still kind of a hot topic right now. But if you remember in that video, I talked to you guys about stepping back and taking a big, broad look at the picture of everything that's going on and not falling prey to emotions and looking at this and that in particular, but to step back and take a wide view of the whole of everything that's going on. Now there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. They're doing a lot right now. Like you got all this Venezuelan gang stuff to cause fear. Then on top of that, right on top of that, you got a school shooting, which we ain't even had in a minute. So they threw that in there. Then they threw a whole other one because yesterday I'm not. Where was this? I don't want to give false information, but last night, I saw another one where I think it was a 15-year-old boy was shot by another 16-year-old young man in the school of a bathroom. I guess they had some type of disagreement. May have the ages wrong or misconstrued, but at the end of the day, still another school shooting. So, this is what they do to keep you off kilter. Fear is used to keep you unsure, uncertain, and just literally afraid of everything. And it's a powerful tool. It's a powerful tool that has been used forever. But I'm going to tell y'all something. There is one thing that absolutely combats fear. Even the Bible says it, that love will combat fear. I'm paraphrasing. But love is the one thing that will get rid of fear. Where it's a scripture, something about love not being able to dwell in the presence of fear, or where there is love, there's no fear. I'm paraphrasing, but it's a New Testament scripture. And literally, if you know the Bible and scriptures and things like that, you could find it really in so many other places in the Bible, including the Old Testament, Psalms, and things like that. You just kind of got to know how to look and how to read it. But this is not about that. The point is that they want us to be in fear right now. And normally and usually, if you look at America, if you know America, if you have been here long enough to understand American tactics and the way that they operate, and I'm not even listen, y'all. When I say they because I can't put specific names on it, but y'all know what I mean. The powers that be, the elites, the shadow government, whoever you want to call them, they. And I'm not even just talking about America, because America is not the only one that literally rules the world either. There is a group. Okay. I'm not finna do no lesson on that. Y'all can go look that stuff up, but y'all know what I'm talking about. The powers that be. They operate on orchestrating things to keep you in fear. And when it's something big, that's what they do. They do one thing on top of another, on top of another, on top of another. That's how they do. And you become so unsure, so afraid, so like you looking over here, then that didn't happen over there, then you hear something else then popped off over there, then somebody calling you, talking about this and that. That's how they keep you unsure. That's why so many people honestly are on medication or need medication and are having mental health crisis. because this is what they do to us. And they love to do that because that's how they stay in control. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a prison and you got an uprising and somebody, a group of people then had a fight and they stabbed a bunch of people, then, the guards are sneaking stuff in and smuggling stuff in and then y'all getting, in trouble for that and getting your cell tossed and all this kind of stuff. And then something else going. I mean, like it's, and you can't get out. You can't, necessarily go anywhere at the moment. You can't, like, what do you do? What do you do? Now, at the end of the day, we got options. Of course, we got options. But before I get too far into that, let me talk a little bit about these fears. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you guys one thing that's going on right now that's very easy to spot, and you can peep it. And I just want y'all to pay attention to it. The thing that I told you guys that was going on about this whole Venezuelan thing, I told you guys at the top of that video that I believe that is politically motivated. I still believe that. I still believe it's politically motivated. With that being the case, as you look at these podcasts, as you look at these people who are talking about things, I want you to notice something. I want you to notice how those same people that you listen to and have always listened to, you go back to their podcast, and just on a normal, everyday Tuesday, with a nice sky and a sun out and some occasional rain, okay? One of them kind of days. Now, on just that average day, this person is just literally talking about the subject, maybe trying to sell you some merch or something like that, or go to my Cash App or whatever like that, And by the way, y'all, I got my Cash App up there too. Y'all just need to kind of look on the front of my thing. I got mine up there too. So, if you want to hit me up, I greatly appreciate it. But yeah, that's what they're normally talking about. They don't really usually stray off into too much stuff. They're not political podcasts. You know what I'm saying? But now we're in an election year. It's a very, very big election right now. You know what I'm saying? Without getting too much into that, I'm gonna just leave that right there because it's even other stuff behind that. But I'm gonna leave that just right there. At the end of the day, it's political. You hear these people talking, like I said, on a normal day, and they're not bringing up anything political. Now you're starting to hear Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's America. You're hearing, this is why you need to vote red. On these same podcasts now, this is what I'm trying to tell you. These same podcasts that don't usually talk that way. Then you'll hear, well, this is what happens when you vote for, when you don't fix the border, and this is what happens when this happens, and it's just political, red, blue, Trump, Harris, Biden did this. Well, this wouldn't be happening if Biden hadn't such and such. And look here, y'all. This country, from the inception, has been effed up. Okay? I do not believe in my years of living on this earth that I have been kind of listening to politics and things like that, which I'm going to be honest, it ain't really happened. It's like the rest of y'all, a lot of y'all, who it didn't really happen, and I'm going to be honest, until probably like Obama was when I started voting. I'm not going to even lie. And that's the case for a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? But when you look at everything, I don't think there has ever been a time in American history where Everything was great, wonderful for all sides. White people prospering, black people prospering, immigrants coming over here being able to do it. I mean, just a wonderful, happy world with no problems. This president was absolutely perfect, did everything right and everything. I don't believe that. And I don't think I have to be no political scholar to say that. I don't feel like, although I have my own personal opinions on the border and who did this and who did that and Trump and Harris and I got my own personal stuff. And unlike a lot of them, I'm not here to try to tell you what side to go with. Because funny thing about politics, I think things like politics and religion, I don't think people just change their mind that quickly on stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't just tell somebody this and they're going to change to be whatever. It doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? They don't work like that. So with that being the case, this country has had policies and things and problems that have gone from this administration to that administration, and whether they're Republican or whether they're Democrat, it's been the same stuff. It's been the same stuff. It might hold off for 4 years. It's going to still come back though, and then that new administration got to deal with this because of what they didn't do last time. It's been that way. It's not Democrats better than Republicans. It ain't Republicans better than Democrats. It literally is, like people have said, two sides of this. I mean, we really are literally picking the lesser of two evils. Literally. With that said, let me go on. Now, us living in fear, them wanting us to operate in fear right now. That was the first clue, y'all. What I just said about these podcasters who do not normally jump on politics and speak in any kind of political way or whatever. Now all of a sudden they throwing jabs at this person and jabs at that party, and that is political. And I would dare to believe you guys need to pay attention. A lot of these big podcasters are funded, and money is being poured in to these big podcasters that they know they got y'all ear, and they're funneling money and they're funneling propaganda. I mean, some of this stuff, if y'all really, I'm telling you, this is why I keep trying to get you guys to look with not these eyes, but your third eye or your inner eye, whatever you want to call it. Your spiritual eye, whatever, you're going to have to get that keen and sharp. But if you can recognize that, you can see the influence. It's almost like some of these folks are scripted. So just look for that. So that's one thing. Let me talk a little bit about this Venezuelan stuff again, really, really quick. Now, I was going to make a separate video, but I'm just going to throw it in here. Now, the video footage that I went over, now, I told you guys and I showed you guys some of the key points in that video where I see basically some BS. Okay? Someone that I watch every now and again, and it's funny, his stuff don't pop up on my timeline really until there's some political stuff going on. But anyway, that's kind of funny. This particular guy that I listen to, I don't remember the guy's name, but he is, I don't know if he's Hispanic. I don't know if he's white. I don't really know. He looks white, but he could be Hispanic. I don't know. He, for the most part, speaks English, but he does go around and talk to these different, Venezuela. Like he was doing that when they were like just coming in from the border. he was doing that. He was going to the shelters. He was standing in these long lines where they were, outstanding in the cold and all that. Do y'all remember all that stuff that was going on? He's one of the people, because it's a lot of them, but he's one of the people that goes to these, to where they are and actually speaks with to them, and they talk to him. So this particular guy went to Aurora, Colorado. This particular guy went to the apartment complex that was supposedly in the video. It was a lie. At the end of the day, it was a lie. They were not the same apartments that we saw them talking about trying to break down the door. I told y'all that apartment, the whole building, the doors, everything just looked too clean. Like they literally had lights in the hallway. Y'all know a rundown apartment. Well, maybe y'all don't, but those of y'all that are from the hood, I'm from the hood. I'm from Fifth Ward, Texas. And I know the hood. I've been in projects. I've been in the projects of New Orleans. I didn't live there, but I've been in the projects because I lived in New Orleans, but I didn't live in the projects. That's what I'm trying to clarify. But I still know the hood. I know the hood. I know poor. You know what I'm saying? And ain't no trashy apartments, dilapidated. Y'all are literally saying that these guys are slumlords, and I agree. The company that owns them, but y'all went in there with cameras, and it's that clean. The floor. I was looking at the carpet. I was looking at everything. The doors are clean. It's a light in the hallway. Like, come on. What is that happening? Like, that's not even the same thing. So at the end of the day, when the guy went there, he went to that particular apartment. I think it was 302 or 320 or something like that. That was in the video. Even the Venezuelans that they were interviewing. Oh no, that's not here. That's not the apartments. That's not here. That's not that guy went there. It was nasty. It was dirty. It was filthy. It was unclean. It was unsanitary. I don't even know if that particular apartment, if I can remember, I don't even know if that 302 or whatever the number was, even though it was the wrong one, was even inhabited. The actual one in the video of the apartments that the guy went to, I don't even remember in that video if it was even inhabited. I think it was just, the whole thing was just all trashed out. So they're lying at the end of the day, and they're orchestrating things at the end of the day for political stuff. Because I'm telling y'all watch and see. After all this stuff is over, or after they finally get their agenda, or they finally do whatever it is they want to do, or just finally get through playing with us, because I think that's a lot of it. I think the big folks, the elite folks, are literally just playing with us, just watching us run around like scared little roaches. Like, I really do. I think that's how they have their fun with us. But yeah, it was a complete wrong building. So it's being orchestrated. These things are being orchestrated for fear purposes. We heard that, the Hells Angels are going down there and they're going to clean up Colorado. Well, we found out that's some bullshit. That ain't happening. Colorado got their own Hells Angels. Why would they have to come from Colorado they just faking stuff? Or why would they have to come from California to go to Colorado? They're doing a lot of setup stuff. They said that video, even of the Hells Angels riding out, that was some old footage. So they're playing in our faces, y'all. They are literally playing in our faces. Now, let me say this. I'm not saying nothing is happening. I'm not saying that it wasn't no gang, that it wasn't no, I'm not saying none of that. I don't know where they're at, but I can guarantee you, the powers that be, the ones who are in control, these government agents who are literally standing down. This is not a thing where, the police won't do nothing, where the police can't do nothing, and their countries won't take them back, and our hands are just tied, and we just don't know what to do, and we're America, and we own the whole damn world, and we operate and can control the whole world, but we just don't know what to do about this right now. It is nothing but, these people are literally standing down on purpose. Whatever call has been set down, they are literally standing down. Now, let me say this also. People are talking about how ain't no police doing nothing, ain't no police been there with it. Yes, they have. Yes, they have. It's been on the news. Aurora PD has literally visited the apartment complexes, went over apartment, complexes, talked to the people, talked to the tenants and everything, assured them, reassured them, I guess, let them know that we are here, we are patrolling, we are looking, give us a call if you. So I can say that about the Aurora PD. I can say that. And I appreciate that. And I'm sure the tenants and whoever else do too. But the fear mongering is insane right now. But the video that I'm coming to make to you guys, the message that I wanted to tell you guys is watch your fear level. Okay? It's okay to get concerned. It's okay to be a little unsure sometimes, but you have to have a place of grounding. You have to have a place that you can go, or that that you can be assured of some things. Like, there just has to be some things that you are assured of and that you can stand on, and that's solid for you. And if you don't have that, you're going to have to create that for yourself, because you're not going to get it from this world. You're not going to get it, especially right now, what they're doing right now. Because the peace is not the deal right now. Right now, it's fear, uncertainty, unsurety, and making you go crazy right now. And literally all the time. But you got to have a place of, and what that is a place of inner peace. And that's really what I'm coming here to tell you. Keep your fear in check. I'm telling you, it's easy to cross over. It's easy to jump into. It's easy to be looking for something to grab and hold on to, and you can't find nothing. They love it. They love that. This is why you got to create it yourself. This is why it has to come from you. It ain't going to come from nothing outside of yourself. Okay? It's not going to come from anything outside of yourself. It's going to come from you. You have to create your own peace, and you have to live in that place, and you have to operate from that place, and you have to not be shaken by all of this stuff that's going on. And you got to know what the agenda is. You have to know. You got to do enough research on things. You have to do what I keep telling you guys. Step back, look at the whole big picture, look at everything that's going on, and say why. What is all this for? What are y'all doing? Like, what? Because there's always an answer to why. Don't y'all ever forget that. It's always an answer to why. We may not like the answer. We may not want to hear the answer. But there is always an answer to why. Even if you think it's dumb, even if you feel like it's insignificant, there's always an answer. And a lot of times it's just literally, at the end of the day, somebody's selfish, self-serving reason that don't give a damn about nobody else, and that's literally a narcissist with narcissistic traits. Now, you can put that on the whole they that I talked about. You could put that right there on the whole they, because they do not care about us. They don't care about our well-being. They don't care how we operate. They don't care if you go cuckoo and go into some place tomorrow and get medicated and looking at the wall with a straitjacket on, just sitting there looking and drooling. They don't care. Literally, it's going to be more money for them. It's more money into the system for your care, especially if you're low income. So they have made a way to always profit off of you. You are always the test subject. And I know this is not how I always speak. Like I said, I actually have a channel that I have really not been using very much, but these are the things that I say over there. You know what I'm saying? But I got to say it over here because you all, again, are coming, y'all are subscribing, and I thank you and I appreciate it. So I'm going to put that message out over here. Maintain your peace. Okay? There's a lot going on, and the things that are going on purpose. It's going on for selfish ass agendas. And we're literally just being moved around like chess pieces on a chessboard. That's literally the extent of how much they give a damn about us. Okay? And when I say us, I don't mean poor black people. I mean poor people, period. Poor Chinese, poor Venezuelans, poor Africans, but poor, period. And anybody else they can control. The middle class too. Like they not excused. Like we all get the same bullshit news. There's no white people news. There's no rich people news. There's no, it's all the same bullshit for all the same agenda. They don't care about us. They don't give a shit about us. We're expendable. Y'all know we're expendable. Y'all know we're expendable. Y'all quit playing. Y'all know we're expendable. So, with that said, the last couple of minutes that I want to use this video. With all that being the case, okay? We need to, as I said, you're going to have to find your place of peace. You're going to have to find that inner peace. You're going to have to do whatever it is to get you in that peaceful place. That's what you're going to have to do. Also, what you're going to have to do right now is you're going to have to protect yourself from fear. Okay? You're going to have to do whatever it is that you need to do that's going to assure yourself enough that you're not just living in fear. And you can do that in a number of different ways. Whatever works best for you. You can get yourself some protection, which I highly recommend, especially for women. You can, I don't know, you can move. You can go somewhere else. You can, there's so many other things. You can also get down on a spiritual level, and you can do protection rituals. Now, I don't always talk about this either, but I do believe in the spiritual arts. I do work with the spiritual arts. And there are all kinds of protection rituals. There are all kinds of protection oils, candles, floor wash, whatever it is that you need to do, it's out there. But you do need to spiritually protect yourself, your household, your family, and those things that concern you. If you need to get you some spells, if you need to burn you some candles or whatever, because at the end of the day, you're going to have to do it from all sides. That's the thing. You can get a pew. You can move out to a better neighborhood, but that still does not keep evil or threats or whatever from coming to you. And that's another way that we don't operate in enough to realize how serious it is that you need to be spiritually protected. A lot of times when we look at stuff and we look out stuff and, oh, that's happening and this is this and this is this, but we don't realize that behind all of that, there are spirits of fear. There are spirits of death. There are spirits of anxiety. There are spirits of fear. There are spirits of antagonizing. It's a whole spiritual world behind a lot of this stuff. And I'm telling y'all know, or y'all should know, I hope y'all know, they use the spiritual arts too. They're not just coming at us from one side. No, they're coming at us from all sides. They use black magic, they use witches, and then, look, I'm not saying nothing bad about any of it, because whatever works, works. It's literally how you look at it. But they use all kinds of things. And you have to not be afraid and so afraid of whatever that you can't use those things too. Now, let me tell you something. If y'all are Christians, if y'all Bible thumpers, if y'all come in here to tell me, oh, well, you evil and you this, whatever, you can save that because I was also a Christian minister. Okay? So I know that aspect of it too. And I know all the evil that goes on in Christianity. So don't come with that holier than thou stuff, you know. You will be blocked. I will not listen. You will be blocked. But yeah, you're going to have to come from a spiritual side, a physical side, a mental side. You got to keep your mental. Fear works on y'all mental. Do you know fear works on your mental? It does. And if you need, I mean, I don't know, maybe I can, you know, if you need some type of spiritual protection, some type of, something that you can do that's a little bit deeper, you know, hit me up. I can possibly help you. Well, I know I can help you, but you know, I know that's not what I'm known for on here. But there are protection things that you can do for yourself, and I suggest you do it, and I suggest you use it. But the main thing is keeping your mind and your mental good and staying away from fear and those things that fear monger. I'm not telling you not to watch the news. We got to be informed, but you got to also limit how much of that mess you consume. Sometimes you just got to turn that stuff off because right now they're bringing it on. They are really, really bringing it on. So I'm going to cut the video off. I'm going to end it right there. You guys, please take heed to what I'm saying. Let me know if you understand, if you get what I'm telling you, if you get what I'm saying, if it makes sense to you, what I'm saying. Thank you so much, you guys who have subscribed, new subscribers. Thank you so much. You could be anywhere on the internet and you choose to come and listen to me. And I am so thankful and so grateful for that. I appreciate you. You guys hit the subscribe button, hit the all notifications button, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think, how you feel about what I said. Okay? You guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Until the next video, I'll see you next time.